AI does not know what you want. That's your job. It can build pretty much anything, but it's your responsibility to tell it exactly what you're looking for. AI knows the how, but you're responsible for the what. Hey, my name is Ezekiel, and a friend of mine texted me because him and his buddy are starting a property management business and they need a website. Here's the thing though, I'm not a developer or a web designer. During the Christmas season last year, I was helping with a school fundraiser, and my responsibility was to collect photos for the photo fundraiser, put it in a Google Doc, track it, and do all these things. Now, I'm lazy and I'm busy. I didn't want to do that. So I got into AI automation last year, and I wanted to see if I can build where people can submit their orders, they put their information, and also I build an automation in the back end. Now, again, I'm not a developer or even a designer, but I used AI to be able to build that system. Now, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I build this property management website using AI. Now, here's the thing. It's not really about the tool, but what I'm going to be showing you is my thought process for building this. Because the trap about AI is that it makes everything so easy, but the problem with easy doesn't mean that it's actually solving your problem. In reality, it can actually create more technical debt. It can create more issues. So I'm going to be showing you in this video how I build this property management website without a web development background, without being a coder, and not even being a property manager. I'm going to show you my thought process so that you can efficiently prompt AI. My promise to you by the end of this video is that you'll be able to build something just using the free tool. So let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to be building a property management website. So a friend of mine from school sent me this text message and they're asking for help for a project management website they've given us. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you my process using Lovable for free. As you can see, I have 10 credits left. We're going to be using both Lovable and Claude. I'm not a web developer, but I'm going to show you how to use AI to build a property management website. So the first thing we want to do is start planning. I think the challenge with AI is that you can just easily vibe code an application, a website, and so on without coming up with a plan. And what happens is that you end up wasting credit. So right here, my goal is to create a website for them just using the free credits for Lovable. So I have 15 credits left for the day. So how we're going to do that is that we're going to use Claude as our planning companion. And then we're going to use Lovable as our website agent. So we have some references. What we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click this one, and it's going to open up right there. And then also this one right here. Okay. And what we're going to do is just start planning, get an idea. So I'm not a property manager. I've never built a property management website before. Well, we're going to use AI and start doing the plan. That's step number one. I'm going to go ahead and put this website here. Then go back to this. And I like to use Opus 4.8. So for me, I prefer using the highest possible when it comes to the model. And the reason I do that is because the idea here is like working with a senior engineer versus someone who's new to the company or someone who's just starting out. So with Opus 4.8 or the higher model, it's like hiring a more seasoned or a more senior person. That way they're able to ask you better questions if it's not clear. And also they have more experience. So the other models here is Sonnet and Haiku also. These are good too. I use them based on what I'm trying to do. But for me, I like to default to this one. And I'm on the max plan. But here's the thing though, it's garbage in, garbage out. What happens is that when you're using the AI, it's not magic. You still have to, as a manager or director, and actually direct it and go. All right, so here I gave it the website. Looks like it's the same link that I gave. So here's another one that they showed. Okay. Oh, and also another thing too is that I did have a meeting with my friend. So I'm going to go ahead and actually pull it up here in my Otter. So I like to record all my meetings. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up here. So I'm just going to give it all the references that I have. Okay. Otter, the notes. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I'm using Claude as my thinking partner. I'm going to be using Lovable as my tool to create the website. And what we're going to ask Claude is to come up with a plan that we can give Lovable. Then also they did give this is there. We'll give this later. So actually I'm going to copy this one. Copy. So I'm going to copy that because that's their brand kit. We're going to be using Lovable to build this website. Basically, we're going to be using Lovable, just a free version. Right now, I have about 10 credits left, 15 credits total for the day. And really what I want to show my audience, especially for those of us who are not technical, is how we can use AI as our thinking partner, as our builder to create a website. My friend hit me up and asked for me to create a website for them. So I gave you access to the meeting notes that I had with my friend. So you can see some of his stuff that he asked me. And the language is in Tagalog. So that's something that you might want to look at and translate for me. The next thing also, I've given you are references, a couple websites they've given us to get an idea. And then I think on the meeting notes also, we talked about kind of what he's looking for on the website. Basically just a homepage, like a landing page and so on, and something about them, and also a way for their clients to contact them. And also I've attached in this chat a couple images that they've given us. It's their logo, their contact information, and also this would be kind of like their brand color, right? So that's something that we want to analyze. That's what I need from you. And let me know if you have any questions. Well, basically right now we're just doing some brainstorming, and I want to show my audience that by working with AI, whether you're a project manager, bookkeeper, really it's not about being technical. It's being able to communicate with tools like yourself and to help get to the end result, mock-up website or this website. So let's go ahead and start building. So by the way, I use Whisperflow to communicate to Claude, and now I'm passing it. Now it's thinking, it's processing the information that I've given it. So as you can see, it's saying that it's digging into the materials and it's using a connector right here. So here in Claude, I do have connectors. In my other video, I talk about the different connectors that I have. Claude as kind of my main hub, and it connects the different tools, the different applications that I use. All right, so now it's connecting. It's saying that it has everything it needs. All right, so I'm basically read through what Claude gave, and then I kind of stopped. I didn't read the whole thing because I knew that it was not what I was looking for. So we're giving it some feedback. Now it's going back. Here's another thing to see. Got it, property management, only MVP, but it needs to look like a premium custom build. Yes. What changed? We took the bookkeeping. We're sharpening the focus. Okay. Here's the design between 200 template. And yes, that's what we're doing. So what makes the site read? Type as the hero, negative space. Okay. Lovable prompt. Okay. All right. So it's giving that prompt. Typography, design, sticky header. Okay. Wide shoes. All right. So it's giving all this information right now. And let's see what's happening. What I need for you to keep going. The quick decisions will tie in the build and save credits, still showing RNA on the assets versus RNA in your notes. Yeah, I think it's just a typo thing, like R&%A and then RNA in my notes, but it's RN%A, right? For the hero image direction, do you want the home photo to be modern? Yes. Or warm residential, classic, very single family. I don't know, actually, pick one for me. So again, this is to show how I'm not a property manager. I'm trying to create a minimal viable product, but it's a $10,000 look, and I'm letting Claude as my thinking partner to build this for me. Okay, one proof element. Even MVPs look more expensive with a single testimonial or no. So here's the thing. They haven't even launched this yet. They just need, they need a web presence to do this. So yeah, so they're just starting out. So there's no testimonial. So we don't want to invent something there that it's not there. Okay. So give it feedback. And then now it's doing this. Here's where I land. RA capital image wins. How it works. Okay, so fake quotes, 3 simple steps. Your child will have everything. So it looks like it's doing it. It's going to be full scope, hero services, why choose us, how it works, about, contact form, and footer. Here's the credit efficient build for the recording. Message 1, paste the full prompt. Okay, let it build, upload the logo, and then connect the contact form. All right, sounds good. 1 to assemble the final consolidate. All right. Yes, go ahead and consolidate the final prompt. We're actually recording this, do a live demo as we're building this. All right. So now we're getting the prompt now. So it looks like it's going to give us 3 prompts. We're going to start with this one. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. All right. So we're going to go ahead and build the site for them. We're not going to be doing any automation for them. The scope here is to build the website, and then we're going to try to deploy it. So I haven't touched Lovable in a long time. So we're going to go ahead and there's a plan mode here where we can discuss it, but we're going to go ahead and build it. One of the things too for Lovable, I think they have Lovable dev, I think like best practices, for example. I used to do this when I used to do, okay, so like how-to guides. So vibe code with AI. Let's see. So what I used to do before is I would feed this to Claude. So I would like download something like this, like a handbook, and I would basically give it to Claude and I would say, hey, reformat the prompt based on the guide from Lovable. And again, instead of the human being, instead of you like reading through this and figuring out, okay, this is how you should prompt, this is how it should look like, you're basically leveraging AI to that for you. All right. So now it's building it right now. Okay. And let's see what happens next. All right. So the next step after this is done is to actually, there's 2 more steps. So let's see what's happening. So right now what's going on, this is the prompt that we gave it. It's doing some work. So we can see it looks like it's generating some images. It's been a while since I've done Lovable, but I can show you some of the projects that I've done. Let's see. All right. So if we go to projects right here, I did some HVAC landing page. See if I can pull it up. Yep. Some HVAC landing page. This is all Lovable. I was trying to sell some leads before, just testing stuff out. I hooked up a video there. See what else do I have. This is for a demo. I saw a work on Upwork. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, a sell work on Upwork. They're looking for some sort of UI for their property tracker. I can't remember exactly what, but I think they're trying to, it's a real estate company. They're just trying to use some possible, and it's actually pretty cool. This one, let's go back. How you can zoom in and out. And then if you click it, we can see the property. Let's do, no. So these are just it was just for a demo. So it was using dummy data. Let's go back to the dashboard and let's see how the property management website's coming along. It's still working, polishing. Okay. All right. So it looks like it's pretty much done. So that took less than 5 minutes to get to this first preview. Okay. Let's see how it looks like. All right. So here's the logo right there, RA Capital. This is not bad at all. So let's go ahead and preview this on the screen. Actually, here I'm going to deploy it. You can take a look at it. So it has services, comprehensive care for every property, tenant placement, rent collection, maintenance coordination. So as you can see, if we go back to this one, this is the picture that they sent to us, right? It matches. That's really cool, right? Peace of mind, RNA difference, local responsive, system and scale, getting started, reach out. So this is pretty much good to go. So this one right here, we can just replace it with their picture. But yeah, it tells about your property. There's a form right here. There's the contact information. That was from the business card that they gave to us. But yeah, that's pretty much good to go. So that took us about less than 20 minutes to do. So let's go back to Claude and I'm going to go ahead and let's see. So that's pretty good. The next one is upload the PNG, replace the logo in the header footer. Okay, so this is the one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell Claude, hey, Claude, attaches the PNG file for the header and footer. Please make the necessary changes. And again, because we're trying to save some credits, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just basically ask Claude to refine my prompt. So far, the website looks really good. And I'm on step 2 is to upload the PNG. So here's my prompt. Again, we're trying to save credits. So go ahead and take a look at what I wrote and then optimize it for me, please. All right. So again, I have Claude. It's free. So same thing for you. If you have ChatGPT, you're paying for it. Again, the way to leverage what you have. So far, as you can see, I've only used 12.1 credits and I have 15 credits total. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to copy this one. That's the optimized version of the prompt. I'm going to say that, and then I'm going to say, boom. So as you can see, I didn't do any coding from my end. You can see the code. So if that's something that you want to take a look at, definitely you can see it here. You can see the JSON file, the assets. This is the images that it generated. Let's see. And again, okay, so you can see all these TSX. I'm not sure what TSX is. Toggle group. You have all these files you can see here. You can download it and you can have ChatGPT or Claude take a look at it. Here's a preview. So as you can see, it did, looks like, oh no, it didn't update yet. Uploading. So it's uploading the file. So we're not there yet. Here you can see the thought process that it's doing. So you can see what it's trying to do. So you can see the traceability of what's trying to do. So right here, if you want to take a look at it some more, now I understand the full page, the component, it's keeping its thought process. And then now it's thinking on what to do next. So I'm going to go back to this. So we're here right now. But yeah, this is pretty much good to go as version 1 for my friend. So I'm going to go ahead and publish this one again, continue, and then publish. But now I'm going to go to, that's the website right here, our Capital Properties. Let's see if I can copy this one. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and publish it now. Okay. And then I'm just going to go to incognito. Right. And then I'm just going to pull it up here. So it's not published yet. So it's still waiting. All right. So let's just wait for a little bit. Cloud now. All right. So it's doing that. Okay. And again, with Lovable, there's other features too. But again, if you just want something like a website for your business, you don't need to hire a developer. That's something that you can do on your own. And again, the process is give Claude your references. Just like for this one, I gave it as much references that I have, and then went through some brainstorming with Claude, some back and forth. Let the AI know what your limitations are, what your expectations are, and then get the prompt. And again, we built this just using the free credits with Lovable. Okay. This is a professional one. Someone paid thousands of dollars. This is something we built in about 30 minutes. So, but as you can see, this one too, this is something that I didn't put it. This one, because again, it's more of a favor for my friend. For something like this, I can build it, but it's something that I would charge a couple $1,000s for setup. And then this will have like follow-ups and so on. But this is good enough to get their foot started. Maybe later on when they get more business, they'd want to work with me and update this, put some automation. But yeah, let's see. So it's still publishing right now. But yeah, but this is pretty much it. This is a good version 1. Again, if you're starting out a business, it doesn't make sense to pay someone a couple $1,000s or $10,000 for a website. This is something you can do. As you saw in this demo, we're able to do it for basically for just a free version. The only thing is I probably paid the $25 just to get rid of this to make it more professional. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed that demo. AI does not know what you want. It knows the how. We're responsible to tell exactly what we're looking for. As my gift to you for staying this long in the video, I put a guide for you that you can download in the link below. So you can have this cheat sheet that you can open up and you can give it to Claude or ChatGPT to help you think through your process when you're building something with AI. Do me a favor and comment below, what are you going to build this week with AI? Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to share it to someone who might benefit from it and hit subscribe. And I'll see you again next time.